Hello, welcome back. Tomahawk Fab Works. I guess you could call this part 2 of my frame rescue. Got all the rust off that I could possibly get off right at this point. And I got some corrosion seal on there. Let's just take a look at it. After mixing this stuff thoroughly and reading the instructions, this is probably, I'm only guessing, the perfect weather to apply this stuff. I've only put it on like 5 or 10 minutes ago, and it is starting to react already. So I must have prepped the surface properly, which they say is just remove all the scaly rust, loose rust, and don't clean it with any kind of chemical like acetone or paint thinner, anything like that. Just use soap and water, and then it's got to be dry or nearly dry when you put it on. I even swiped some of it on the top of my leaf spring here. You can tell between this and this part that it's changed. It's starting to turn black like the bottle says. I didn't get everything, but it said to do a test patch, so I guess this is my test patch. So I'm waiting 24 hours, which is probably tomorrow, and we'll see how it is. Probably 24 hours if it's colder, 75, 70 degrees or more, but it's about 90 out now. And once I close the garage up, it's going to get hotter in here. So that'll zap it dry pretty quick, I'm thinking. Okay, here we are 3 hours later, and this is in 85 degree plus heat, and it's dry to the touch, and it's turned black like the instructions said it would. So there's something has happened. Hopefully it's something good. And try and put a little light on the subject. Get over here. You can see inside that bunched up stuff there. It looks like it's a little damp yet, but something has definitely happened here. I'll poke at that there a little bit and see what happens with that. But yeah, there's some. This is where it kind of got sprayed heavy down in there. But it's pretty dry for the most part. Okay, here we go. Where's it at? Okay. So I got this cut out, right? And believe me, it was bad. I'm looking for some material to make a new part with it and to weld that in for the I got new U-nuts too. Just a good idea. Here's what the old GM stuff looked like. This is pretty good. Got a nice bolt on there, flange nut, but once again, this is just 27-year-old stuff, and I've only got one bolt, so I just ordered some new stuff off of Amazon. I'm waiting for the bolts to come. I should be here in 24 hours or so. Let's see. So now I'm looking for some material to bridge that gap, make a new part. And I just happen to have an old lawnmower blade. And I looked at that and I thought, you know what? That looks sturdy enough to use. And it's going to go in like this. So this, get the bolt. So the idea is that the bolt's going to come up from underneath. I'm going to have to open up that hole a little bit, right? And then this, I'm going to open this. I'm going to cut this all out and open this up so it can slide the U-nut right over that hole, and that'll be it. And just weld that piece in. So let's get to it. That hole is currently a 3/8. I just want to open it up a little bit more, so I'm going to run a 25/64 in there just to open that up. Been beating up the compressor pretty bad, so I'm going to use this and see what we got here. Nope, ain't doing it. I know it's kind of hard telling here, but so when this would be the frame right here, and this would be like towards the center of the truck, and the original U-joint slipped in like this, which would be this guy right here. See? It don't quite line up, so I'd have to carve that out some more. So I'm going to slip this one in and see where it goes. Or tap it in. Yeah, it's not lining up. So I gotta make a few more adjustments. So this is where it kind of goes. Ooh, is it big? I gotta trim a lot off of that. Well, not actually. I could just leave that extra meat on there and just weld it on the way it is. So if you're needing to trim something exactly, and it's hard to get a scribe or a pen in there or whatever, you can do this. You can hold the part where it's got to go. And I got to trim this, straighten that out too some more. Just take some spray paint. And that kind of, oh shit. Okay, I'm going to trim that up and get back. I think it's weldable. Yep. I'll be able to put in more to strengthen it on either side. Okay, I think I have a part, as you saw. That took a little bit of grinding and guesswork, but I think that's it. It's close to midnight now, so it's time to cut it off and get ready for work tomorrow. We'll be back at this to finish this deal up, hopefully during the week. We'll see.